Hi everyone, it's Nicole from the Physio Crew, and I was talking to an athlete this morning and they were talking to me about their coach, and obviously as an athlete, when you're choosing a coach, it's really important that you find somebody who can get the best out of you. So a coach doesn't necessarily need to be someone who is exceptional in the sport. Of course they need to have played it and understand the game and be able to look at how they help you improve a skill. But the beauty of a coach is they can look objectively and actually analyse. So I do this a lot in, there's a business group that I look at, and I find it much easier to look at their businesses and find out where the holes are in those businesses. And of course I then need to go to people to find out where the holes are in mine and how we can improve and develop and hopefully give you a better service. But when I was talking to this patient about their coach, I was sort of just listening to them, and it sounded like the coach didn't really care, was kind of just showing up but not necessarily giving everything. And so I just asked the patient, I just said, well, you know, what do you look for in a coach and what things are acceptable? Because when you're selecting which coach is best for you, or what physio is best for you, or what dietitian, you know, if you're an athlete, you need a team around you. If you look at all of the top athletes, they've got a team that are supporting them. And I think a lot of the times people, because they're used to having to find that part of inside them that drives them forward, athletes, it can be quite lonely. You're trying to, you know, go through extreme levels of pain sometimes when you're doing long runs or when you're trying to get to the next step in your strength and conditioning program. And we're so used to being resilient as athletes that sometimes we forget that actually you need a whole team to support you, particularly if you're getting to that stage just between amateur and professional. You know, at professional level, even at England level with the girls, the rugby girls, they had a team, but it was kind of a bit disconnected. They might sort of stop in and speak to them maybe at camps, but there wasn't always that connection week on week. So it's important that you look when you're building your team to help you to become successful, you've got that. And it's also to look at the mindset of people. I mean, do you want the person who's showing up early for work, who's committed, who's really thinking and valuing what's going on in your life at that time? So for me, one of the things that I said and hope will never happen is, in a lot of private practice, there were people who were just going through the motions and getting complacent. There's people who weren't necessarily going on courses. You know, the expectation with my staff is that they do CPD every single day. We have a online program which I'm expecting, especially what I try and do is check in with my staff and keep them pushing forward. But there's a lot of expectation that they're doing this themselves not being spoon-fed, but that we're developing a culture of professionals who really care about their patients, really care about being the best in their field. And the best in their field are continually learning, continually looking at articles, continually thinking, how can I improve, how can I get better? And you know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you should be looking at that with your coach. How many courses have they been on in the last year? Are they reading articles every day? Are they looking at different ways that they can coach you and perfect that skill? So I just wanted to just make a comment about that today, because it's so important to develop that culture within a business, and it's so important when you're choosing the professionals that you want to work with, whether it be a coach, whether it be a physio, whether it be a podiatrist. You want to seek out those people that are experts. You want to seek out the people who actually care, and I hope through these videos, and I hope you can look at the Physio Crew and know that when you're coming to see us, you're supporting a huge vision. You know, we plan to build this rehab centre, and I know a lot of people see that as a huge goal, but we will get there, and we'll get there because of the support of people like you who see the value in physio, want to invest in their health, and we can give you the knowledge and the skills to do that. So I thought I'd just do a little video on that. Anyway guys, I'll see you later, bye!